But enough of me. Julie, over to you. Breaking news on housing.
Yeah, and we have housing, existing home sales falling for the 9th straight month here, as we have seen the pressures that we have talked a lot about, namely having to do with what's going on with mortgage rates here. So the average, the pace of existing home sales, 4.43 million. That is a decline of 5.9% on a month-over-month basis, and basically in line with estimates here, as we have seen the expectations rise for this kind of activity to happen in the housing market. This is the slowest pace, by the way, since May of 2020. This is data from the National Association of Realtors. And this is the longest string of declines that we've seen on a month-over-month basis going back to 1999. Again, a lot of this has to do with mortgage rates. A lot of this has to do with the availability of housing right now, the supply on the market. We did see, remember, Freddie Mac recalculate how it does its average mortgage rates. That happened yesterday. And so we did see a reading of below 7%. I believe we were at 6.6% for the average 30-year mortgage. But that's still high, right? Especially if you look at the numbers year over year.
And as I was listening to your expert reporting, Julie, I went over to Yahoo Finance. I went to our search bar and I typed in shares of Home Depot and Lowe's. Both those stocks are still up off of these results. And I'm surprised just because the housing narrative and story, it continues to get worse. And yet we heard from earnings this week in HE and Lowe's that project spending continues to be strong. I'm just surprised. I'm really shocked to hear that.
There are still a couple of other interesting data points in this that show that the housing market is still pretty tight, that there's still demand for homes. At the current pace, it would take 3.3 months to sell homes on the market. That is higher than a year ago, but anything under 5 months is seen as a tight market here. The median selling price up 6.6% from a year ago to $379,100. So that is still higher. And the number of homes for sale at 1.22 million. That is the third straight drop that we have seen. But, you know, all of these dynamics overall still pointing to, while it is still a relatively tight housing market, we are definitely seeing a decline in demand here.